Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Thursday, April the 27th. The year's 2023. Let's talk trading. Buzzard Reversal Revisited. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. From those of you who've been following me, I guess, for over a decade, have been along with me on this, or on our trading journey. You might remember the Buzzard reversal. What is a Buzzard reversal? As a refresher to those who've been around for a while and for the new folks, it's when you have 3 or more consecutive bars that have the same color, or candles. And why does that matter? Why am I talking about a Buzzard reversal? Well, a long time ago, I wrote what I was called the in a row indicator, and it's right here, TRO, bar stats in a row. And what this does is it goes back, in this case, 1,440 bars, which is a day's worth. That's 1,440 minutes on M1 bars, and it looks to see how many times do you have 1 green bar in a row, 2 green bars in a row, all the way up to 10 in a row. And you can see the stats. So 3 or more bars in a row doesn't occur that much compared to the rest. And what did we just have? We had 1, 2, 3, 4 bars in a row. And you see that's only happened 22 times on the green. And what happened next? Price reversed. So had you taken the trade here at 65, you could have picked up a couple of pips. And that's how it works. And you can see here we had 1, 2, 3, 4 down. And if you took that trade was worth about 4 or 5 pips. And here, 1, 2, 3 down, and you see it goes up. 1, 2, 3 up, then it goes down. And this is just pure statistics, and this is one of the things I believe that set me on the statistical journey, the statistical trading. Just one of the things. Of course, the buy zone being the first one. But you can see here, especially for scalping, you know, how powerful this can be. And what happened was, Walmart and I, we've been having this ongoing conversation, and because I keep thinking that there's something I'm missing, or there's something I'm doing wrong, or something I'm not doing right, why I get inflected so many times. And so the other day I got inflected again, and I took a look at the chart. I came back, I don't know, later that day, and I put up the Sonic to see where did I enter. And sure enough, I had entered short after 2 bars down. And then I got in. I think maybe I had a chance to scratch the trade at break even. And then it took off. Ran against me. And why did that happen? Well, it just happened. But the thing is, had I said, you know what, we've already got 2 down, with the chances of 3 down and 4 down are slim and none. So basically, I missed the opportunity. You know, does it work all the time? No, it doesn't work all the time. But the thing is, if this is going down, this is going down, why do I want to push my luck on that 3rd down bar? So right here, you see, we had a state change, a state change, a state change. We had a candle color change, basically a flip-flop. So now if you had taken that trade right here around 64, it went down to 61, so called 64 to 62. There was an opportunity for a quick 2 pips. And that's all Walmart and I. In fact, a lot of my trades are even under a pip after commission, because that's what I look to do. Now, knowing that, hey, 2 bars in a row is a lot less than 1 bars in a row, and you can see how things were flipping and flopping, going back and forth, and now we've got an outside bar put in. here, and if you're wondering why do I have all these highs and lows, I've got the 10. Well, because you can see here, this is where prices quote unquote supported. It's come down and reversed. So you see here, there's a bunch of blue lines down here. And so it's a good idea to buy in these blue lines and a good idea to sell at the red lines. So here, what I'd be looking to do is, 1, I'm going to have a state change. 2, I've already got 2 bars in a row, so maybe we'll look for the 3rd bar and we'll look for a Buzzard reversal to come back down. So we'll just play that out. But then again, if you look left, that almost looks like a return bar to me. Let's see. For some strange reason, it doesn't want to tell me what the high and low of this candle is. But it kind of looks like it. So here, 1, 2, looks like we're going to maybe have a possible 3 in a row. It'd be perfect if it doesn't reverse this, considering we're talking about Buzzard reversals. Now, the thing about Buzzard reversals, it's just something to look for the occurrence of. It's not a trading method in itself. It's to be used in conjunction with other things. You can say it a confirmation. But what it does is, at least for me, it makes me wait. Because I might be, like I might have been anxious to go short here. But this says no. Wait for at least 2, if not 3 bars in the same direction. So you can see here, we've come below this high, good for a pip, because you're going against all these candle colors. And you can see here you've got 2 in a row on 5, 3 in a row on 30. And this is one of the reasons why I wrote this indicator, so I could see how many bars in a row and know when to start to look for reversals. So as you can see, there's starting to be a lot of space between these lines, and what that means is price is moving, it's expanding a range. When you see these lines all bunched up together, that means price is definitely ranging as opposed to, expanding. So here you could have taken a in this case it would have been a rat reversal. Green candle closes, red candle closes, short the low of the red candle. Would have been good for almost 2 pips. There's your 2 pips. If you were quick enough, I only got 1.5 maybe now. And so in these scalping scenarios, this is what I look to do here. And so see, once again, you take that trade, because look where it reversed. It came right down, reversed off that low, and off of this high. So you see you got a low and a high at pretty much at the same spot. Price came down, hit it, stopped, get out of the trade. Take your 1 or 2 pips, be happy. And so here, you can see here, what did it do? It hit this line and pulled back. And so a lot of times when you're in a trade and you're wondering which way do I go? Now in this case, you see you've got 1, 2, this pulled here, and you can see it would be making a nice downward movement. You could have actually jumped back in right here because we're coming off the 75, and I'm sure that's a semaphore on somewhere. Now you've got 3 in a row. It's coming down. If it hits the 66, you might want to just exit the trade. And you can see here the candle's going to end. Boom. You take your money off the table. Be happy. Because see, right now we're getting into this range. We've got 1, 2, 3 in a row. If it gets down to the blue, that would put in possibly 4 in a row. Red, see, it came down, just about touched that. Missed it by a point. Good place to reverse. But just let that candle close and see what happens. But you can see here you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these lines. So obviously looks like price wants to push away from this area. So do we get okay? Okay, so we had 4 in a row, now going on 5. Pushing down here. This is why you let some of these candles close. So now you got 5 in a row. Very infrequent. Looking up here, we've got 1 in a row down, 1 in a row up, 3 in a row up on M30, but it's pushing down. Got 24 seconds or so to let this bar close. It's pushing through these lows. Now, as it comes back up, it's starting to cross above lows. That's where, if you want, you can always take your chances, because see, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. How often does that happen? Not very. So that new one increased to 10. You see, it's pushing down some more. You might not want to trade against the M5 candle color. And you can see here, once again, where price is pushing on this M5, this candle got covered. M30, we're right almost back to the open. In fact, we just crossed below it. And so for M30, we look at 48 bars, which is a day's worth of data. And so you can see what's happening. Of course, in the indicator, I can't remember if I made that fixed. Yeah, I guess I fixed it. But there's another version of the indicator where I think you can change that over and tell it how many bars you want to look at. I think it's the bars in a row 2. So that's the Buzzard reversal. So you can see right here, remember I said it's not a method in itself, and so you let it play out, you wait for a change in state, and then you can then decide to enter the trade. And the reason is, let the state change so you see that things have settled out, because you don't want to be buying if price is continuing to go down. So you see you had lower highs, lower lows, 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. Then you got an inside bar, and now we've got a higher bar, higher low, higher high. If you would have taken that trade, if you would have just crossed right here, could have made about a pip and a half. So once again, this isn't for everybody. Some people say, oh, pip and that's nothing, you're going to get killed, it's going to, what is it? What was it they used to say? Not something about a saw, you're going to get chopped up. But, you know, each to their own. What works for me may not work for you, and what works for you may not work for me. But you can see here, had you settled in, said, okay, we got a higher high, stayed in the trade. Right there, it's worth about 3 pips if you took it at that line break. Or if you took it at this line break, it was 4 pips. And once again, these are just horizontal lines. Place the last 10 highs and lows on the 1 minute. And once again, you can see the spacing now between the lines, and how these candles like to come in and fill those spaces for whatever reason. So now we've got 3 M1s in a row. And if you're in the trade and you're making money and it's hitting these lines and struggling, 3 in a row or more is tough. You might want to get out. It just hit 70 and reversed. Or you might want to stay in. But the thing is, once you get past 3, you're really starting to push your luck, even though sometimes it does happen. So, fellow traders, going back to something we used to use a long time ago, Buzzard reversal. Because it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.